Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Jed Castles.
Well, Jed, that rain held off yesterday for some good softball in the city. Looks like we might get some today.
Yeah, so the pattern that's going on right now, really pretty decent for your daytime conditions, evening, overnight period. That's kind of when the storms have been moving in, and this is going to continue overnight tonight into the morning hours today. And then more storms fire tonight. Those will stick around for a while tomorrow morning, and then may linger with another pattern the following night. But that pattern starts to wind down, and we'll be drawing it back out toward the weekend. And by the time we get into early next week, the heat. That's going to be the story. We're going to talk about that on your 9-day. Still watching a severe thunderstorm watch. This has been in effect overnight. We've been monitoring the conditions here as really it's been pretty quiet. We got the watch there, but there have been no severe storms in Oklahoma outside of the Panhandle. This watch is going to go on for about another 45 minutes. There are a few storms that are starting to increase now in the Clinton area. Let's show you those right now as those are starting to form up here in those parts of Custer, Ouachita counties. A couple line of storms that have formed up now from near Putnam, Thomas, Custer City, down toward Butler and Hammond. And then storms extend from just north of Elk City to near just south of the Clinton, Weatherford areas. One storm also forming near Clinton. So these are heavy in nature. They are increasing in intensity. There is some hail with these just now starting to pop back up. You see the lightning counter. It went from 0 to 67. So these are intensifying storms. Lots of lightning with these storms. So if there will be severe weather, it's this spot right here that we're monitoring the possibility. Maybe some quarter-size hail, wind gusts to near 60 are what we'll be monitoring with that. As you see the storms, as they develop there, they are intensifying now. So storms now from near Butler, we'll call that heavy, more heavy, almost severe there in the Clinton area as it starts to intensify. You see the shading there. That's getting a little bit more toward the upper end of the scales. That's close to being a very strong storm there in parts of Custer and Ouachita counties. Much of this is just a big broad area of rain, but storms developing here in parts of the western portions of Oklahoma. So there's the big broad view. Rain and storms continue. So farmers, you're getting more rain. You don't necessarily need it. A lot of your crops your fields are wet. If you're trying to do any harvesting, that's a problem. There's your storms. See those there off to the west. Here's some times of arrival on these. These will be coming eastward, and they are moving eastward about 30, 35 miles per hour. So Fairview 441, El Reno 527, Watauga 443, getting to the Oklahoma City area probably in the 6 o'clock hour. That includes Moore, Guthrie, Tinker, and Edmond. So Metro sees those storms about rush hour time. That's when those storms come in. So rainstorms are going to move in for a while. They will start to diminish going into the morning, but they won't go to 0 until just after lunchtime today. Much of afternoon looks dry. Then here come more storms overnight tonight going up into the morning hours tomorrow. 73 right now, east winds at 7. There's where the storms will be here about 7 o'clock this morning, scattered over central parts of Oklahoma. Those move east. But you can see there are a few storms will be possible here during the afternoon. Next round starts to form up into the Panhandle, which is where the pattern has been. Those will roll down into Oklahoma overnight tonight. So 73 starting off. Storm chances gradually diminishing during the day, but best chances around 6, 7 o'clock this morning. 77 at 1, 82 by 3 o'clock today. Warm start this morning with 60s, 70s covering Oklahoma, 80s across much of the state today. Maybe down around 90 in the far southern parts of the state, but we'll call it a warm forecast day. Again, this evening and tonight, more storms expected across Oklahoma as scattered storm chances will develop. Again, this afternoon, may see some storms there running from northwest into parts of northeast Oklahoma near the metro for a while about lunchtime, but the chances continue a little while longer in the northern part of the state. And here comes more rounds of rain and storms rolling on down into Oklahoma. Again, some of those will be severe with some large hail, some damaging winds up over 70 will be possible, and maybe some flooding rainfall too. So those winds possible up over 60 to 70 miles per hour here as that round moves in. Warm day again for tomorrow, a little hotter in southern parts of Oklahoma. And rain chances going to be going up here off and on. Again, there'll be some spots with that heavy rain coming in. There'll be some localized areas that could get 1 to 3 inches of additional rainfall. And maybe overnight periods that'll be gradually diminishing. or chances going toward Friday. Weekend right now dry. Look at those temperatures starting to scoot back up. We'll be in the 80s through Saturday with the heat, humidity builds, and so will the wind. Hot, windy conditions all the way into next week.